Things got crazy over at Funko Hollywood. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Gastlecast. We're glad you're there. You get the right time. We got an all-time high. Funko's hot toys and charms on mine. Stick around, like, comment, and be sure to subscribe because life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. And remember, at these hallowed walls, we are together. Yes.
Funko Hollywood again.
Funko Hollywood has turned into Funko Wild West. Anything goes. You never know what's going to happen over at Funko Hollywood. And just weeks back, Heather and I highlighted a lot of goings on at Funko Hollywood.
And I'd like to note again that all of this information was sent in to us by multiple different people just from everywhere, whether it be from Facebook, Instagram, email, wherever, saying the same exact. We talked about it on a video, and it started this whole weird thing.
And it had everything to do with flipper favoritism over at Funko Hollywood. So much so that the manager from Funko Hollywood reached out to us directly, trying to bribe us with a Chase Funko Pop so we would shut up. But we don't take bribes here at the Gastlecast.
Yeah, so now we're airing Funko Hollywood's dirty laundry again. And it's a bunch of dirty underpants.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh.
Unless it was a hot toy. You can bribe me with a hot toy.
Depending on which one.
No.
So before we get into this, just so we are crystal clear, I just want to note that this video is going around all over social media. There are pictures going around all over social media, and all of social media is talking about it. Therefore, we are talking about it. Are we over at Funko Hollywood? No. Do we know exactly what's going on? No. But we're going to tell you what we have found in comments and messages, etc. And if I get an eggplant photoshopped on my face again, I'm going to lose it.
Did that happen?
No, they actually photoshopped the eggplant on your face.
That's not funny. All right, so let's start off. What is Funko Hollywood? If you're new to Funko, you're new to the channel, it's a Funko store literally in Hollywood. And they sell all sorts of Funko products, and sometimes they'll sell exclusives at the shop. And it's well known that there's a bunch of people who stand out in front of Funko Hollywood when they know something hot is about to drop. However, what shocks me so much about the photos and video that we're about to show you is the fact that it is just so blatant. Funko Hollywood obviously either does not give a f*** or Funko Oversight basically told them do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, and I actually have a couple of theories on this.
Oh, well, I like theories.
Yes, but before we get into all of that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell. That way you know anytime we go live or post new content. And we post new content every single day. We go live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern, and we're a lot of fun here. Also hit that like button because I think this will be a pretty good video and you're gonna like it. You can wait till the end if you want and determine if you like it, but just do it.
I don't like how you don't sound very sure. This is going to be a great video. You're going to love it, and you're going to hit that like button so many times that your mouse is going to break, or your screen on your phone's going to break.
No, it can't break if they're unliking it. It has to break only if the like button
This is too complicated.
They need to do it the right amount of time, so just hit it once.
Yeah, hit it one time anyway. Yeah. Just do, and then hit the subscribe button. I don't know if you said that. And the little bell, because
I said that. I said that.
You did? Are you sure?
Yes.
And then head over to patreon.com/Gastlecast to find out all the ways that you can support the channel. And we do all sorts of fun stuff over on Patreon. We post unedited footage. We also go live every single month with our patrons at level 2, 3, and 4. We do giveaways. We hang out. We show early Mischief Toy stuff. So make sure you go and check out patreon.com/Gastlecast.
Okay, so there's two Funko stores, Funko Hollywood in California and Funko HQ in Washington, and both of them are managed by separate people, which means that the rules aren't always even across the board, but it does seem that during con drops they are. So typically it's under the management's discretion, but normally what they do is 2 con pops per person.
Okay.
Or if it's like a really limited pop, it'll be 1.
Okay, that makes sense.
Absolutely. But then you have your commons, which you can, I guess, buy as many as you want of a common. And chases, they only apparently let you purchase 1 per day. Like, even if you found 2 separate chases, you can only purchase 1.
Okay, also sort of fair. At least other people get a chance of getting a chase.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. But at the same time, it's a bit weird since they are different.
I know, yeah.
But But whatever, I really like that they have that rule. However, today was f***ing weird.
Funko Hollywood handled the sale of a Funko Pop in a very abysmal way. For whatever reason, there was absolutely no limit on the amount of Funko Pops that people could buy of this particular Funko Pop.
Hey, let's keep the line moving. Keep the line moving.
Which is like Muichiro or something? Muichiro?
It's a Demon Slayer pop. It was a FunCon exclusive last year in 2022. This guy, the shared one, has a PPG of like 85 bucks.
Wow, so no wonder there was a person seen with a cart buying like 70 of this Funko Pop.
Okay, I think you're exaggerating a little bit, but there was a lot of pops.
Oh my god, there's a lot of pops in that cart.
But I did see a picture of someone allegedly buying 5 master cases. And if you don't know what a master case is, a master case for Funko is 36 pops. Do I know if this is true? No, it's just a photo and it's just a caption. Crazy if it is true.
Right, allegedly.
Allegedly. Let's do the math. That would be 180 of these pops.
Oh my god. Why would they buy 180 of one Funko Pop?
Okay, so if you're buying them for $15, it would cost you roughly, and this is without taxes, $2,700. Now, if they sold these, I don't want to say 80, because if there's this many that are about to pop up on eBay and Mercari, they'll probably settle. Let's be a bit generous and do like 65.
Okay.
65 times 180, 11,700. So they would profit roughly $9,000.
But how many people out there are willing to put in that much time to sell on Mercari and eBay?
I know.
And post 180 figures. That is absurd. And buying all the materials to ship this stuff out. I mean, there's just a lot of workload that comes along with this.
Yeah, so to me, it is definitely not worth it.
But it's insanity that Funko Hollywood allowed for something like this to happen. But this isn't shocking based off of the things that we've heard that happens there and things that we've already covered in past videos.
And it's also not shocking because Funko is going through some really weird right now, and I don't know if you remember this, but the other day we covered those headlines where it said $30 million worth of Funko items headed to landfills.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a good reason as to why they would do this. Just bring out just boxes and boxes of a Funko Pop and just say, buy whatever you want. Yeah. So it's like the Funko overlords are telling the Funko management just to do whatever. Funko had to know this is going to be filmed and posted on social media.
I would imagine
in my opinion, it's just not a good look.
No.
Like, there should be some sort of control there, but there was absolutely no control.
No, I mean, I could even see like a limit of 5. Remember back when Hot Topic allowed like a limit of 10 per con pop?
Yeah, but that was by accident.
And even that, 10 per item was crazy to me.
Oh my god, I saw this woman. She literally had a trash bag full of Dragon Zords that year.
I remember that.
Oh my god, she had so many Dragon Zords. I don't even know what do they cost these days?
I don't know.
So that Funko Pop was from 2017. It's worth $85 now. That's not as high as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like in the hundreds, but I was completely wrong. But this woman had so many bags.
That's why you were completely wrong, because she had so many that the price can't go up because they're so abundant.
But Heather's right. This probably has something to do with Funko trying to trash a bunch of stuff. So they're trying to find ways to sell things and actually make money?
Hold on. This doesn't just have to do with that.
Okay.
But that just goes to show that Funko's watching us, because I said, well, why don't they just try to sell it?
Oh my god! Revelations! That's unbelievable.
Funko's watching.
You know, I feel like Funko has been watching us. I mean, not just because... No, just hold on. Not just because they changed a Funko Pop because of us. Of course, I have this Zordon Correction Award. Because of us, a Funko Pop was changed, and here's my Correction Award.
Good job.
So they are watching, because we know, based off of them changing it. And by the way, there is evidence of this, that this happened.
Yep.
It was actually in our Making Mischief documentary from NYCC. So if you don't think this truly happened, you think I'm just a big old bullshit artist, it actually comes directly from a Funko employee who handles NFTs. How do you like that, Heather? Read them and weep!
But yeah, Yeah, it seems really bizarre that they're just now finding these or whatever. Like, I don't know what happened. There's been no statement from Funko saying like, hey guys, we just found these in the back. My guess is Funko found this like overstock packed somewhere, like someone misplaced it. They sent it over to Hollywood and they're like, just sell this shit because I'd rather make money off of it than taking it to the dump.
Can I tell you my theory?
Yeah, what's your theory?
So we know that Funko uses the Funko app, which tracks values, and it's based off of PPG. So they basically have PPG, Pop Price Guide, funnels the values into the Funko app. And who knows if the Funko app's accurate right now? I don't really care about that. But the point I'm making is it possible that Funko is coming across boxes of stuff and they're like, destroy that because there's no value in it, nobody will buy it. But let's take that and we're going to sell all of those because that's worth $80.
Possibly, but
because they're destroying all the games. We saw the photos of destroying Funkoverse.
Nobody cares the games. I know.
Exactly. Nobody,
what did I say?
Nobody cares the games. We're going to keep going. Nobody cares about the games. You're right, Heather.
Nobody cares the games.
Right. Nobody cares about the games. But these Funko Pops were valued at $80. Is it possible that they're like, hey, those actually have value to them. Let's sell them. And by the way, this popped up on Funko Shop.
Yes, I saw that the other day.
See what I'm saying? There's value to this Funko Pop, so they put up on the website because they knew people would eat it up. However, last I checked, they're still up on the website right now.
Oh, so they're probably going to be right in the landfill with...
They're oversaturating
Funkoverse.
the market. So they're killing the things that are still good. So they're murdering the things that are still fine. So basically they've murdered everything and now they're like a wildfire. They're taking that, the wildfire's blowing over into the things that are still good.
Yeah.
And now they're catching on fire.
I thought this video was just going to be about how Funko Hollywood's a mess and that, you know, they're not limiting something that should potentially be limited, right? But now it's turned into, okay, the landfill thing, but now even further than that, overproduction. I mean, I've said it time and time again, con pops and chases and exclusives should be more limited than commons, but the more that we see, it's feeling like and looking like chases are not that rare anymore.
No.
Con exclusives aren't that rare. They're up for days, sometimes months. Now they're finding some in the back.
Okay, so as I've been saying for a very long time, and people love to call us haters and that we hate on Funko, and you must not be fans because all you do is talk about the bad stuff. No, we have been warning everybody for months, actually years, that there has been overproduction and basically they've made things no longer special. Things aren't special anymore, and it's because Funko has taken this model that they want to become a large toy company and they just want to make a ton of toys that you can run out to the store right now and get your hands on it. There's no special to it. There's no running to the store as fast as you can to get it before other people are getting it. They have removed that entire piece from the Funko community, you want to call it the Funko game. They've removed that entirely. It's completely changed how Funko operates. Everything's different.
It is very different and it's sort of scary because we got into this because we wanted to collect something. And how can you collect something if you're just buying things at this point? You're not collecting them, you're just buying them.
Right, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, yeah.
Have you ever thought about buying a can of green beans from the grocery store and just putting it on your shelf forever?
It's so different. It's such a different product, right? Because you're talking about a Funko Pop versus a can of green beans. But you got a very good point. You can go out, unless there's a shortage, and buy yourself a can of green beans because you want to eat green beans.
At any point in time.
And the same goes for certain Funko Pops. You can go out and buy them because you know they're going to be there. But you're right, there's a collectability. If green beans had a collectible variant, then you wouldn't find that collectible variant on the shelf as often.
Yeah.
Because it's a collectible green bean can. I mean, this is so stupid.
It is really
but you're
stupid.
making a very good point. You're making your point, even as ridiculous as it may sound. That's 100% true. It's all about collecting and having fun while you're collecting. You're not supposed to find everything. I mean, at the end of the day, when you're collecting stuff, it should be about that it's hard to find or some things can be scarce. Not everything is hard to find.
No,
but some things.
Commons Collections are so much fun. There are so many common pops that I own and that I love just as much, or sometimes even more, as my most valuable pops because they look good to me. They're cool. They're from my favorite things. When you're collecting something, it's cool to have like a little mix. Like, for example, Schitt's Creek pops. They were pretty abundant for a while, and then Target came out with their exclusive. It was like the 2-pack with David and Moira Rose, and they were doing the cheese.
Right.
They were adding the cheese. They were folding it in.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a bit hard to find. Like, that's a bit more rare, I guess you would say. It was fun to have the whole set because you have your little commons and you have the David chase, right? But then you had to go and hunt your local Target to find the 2-pack.
The special 2-pack, of course. And that's the special I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But if that 2-pack were like 200 deep on that one Target shelf, it's probably 200 deep on all the other Target shelves everywhere else. Why would you waste your money and buy it for full price if it's most likely going to go on clearance soon because there's too many on the shelf there?
Even common Funko Pops aren't going to be common forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Common Funko Pops are going to sell out, and you're going to have to track them down at some point as well. It's just how this whole thing works. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But to make it all not special anymore really sucks. And again, we have been warning about this for a long time, and people just hated us for doing it.
Well,
but look, it's all coming to fruition. Are you understanding this?
Yes,
all the things that we've been
know.
talking about for so long, people can see it now. We were talking about it and sort of mentioning that we think this is where it's going to go and sort of making our best guesses. And it actually went there.
Well, it has been going there, but it's more clear now. But anyway, one thing that people like absolutely hate is when we say that limited pops, like pops with a limited sticker on them, are going to be much more few and far between now that NFTs are a thing. But we're seeing that. We only get limited pops at really bizarre times, like Box of Fun. There were limited pops.
Yeah.
There were limited pops for the Box of Fright, but I don't really consider them limited. They
Yeah.
weren't very limited.
No.
And then there's the limited 3,000 piece Poppin' bags. For the most part, it's just the NFTs and just very few releases.
And that's the only reason why I like NFTs is because there's a limited aspect to them and they're also hard to get.
Yeah.
It's not an easy game to get into. I just like all the things about NFTs, but we're not going to get into that. But the point is that somebody went to Funko Hollywood today, or some bodies, a bunch of people, and just stocked up on these $80 Funko Pops and got them at retail, of course.
Yeah.
They just stacked up and just bought as many as they want. And so now Funko is basically just letting anything happen. It's just, who cares? It's a fire sale. Let's get rid of everything. Let them buy it if they want to buy it. And to me, that is a scary sign, because what that tells me is that Funko is desperate. They need to make every penny that they possibly can. And if somebody, average schmo, walks to the front door is willing to buy them all, they've become a flea market now. Funko's become whatnot.
Yeah, except you don't have a guy showcasing them on camera and saying, look, this is lit. They just put it on the shelf.
Right.
And then people say, I want that.
And also, the person isn't being hateful and bullying people.
Yeah, because that does happen a lot on Whatnot.
Yeah. So that's good, I guess. This whole situation is just really depressing.
It is, and it's no faults besides Funko Hollywood's for allowing it to happen.
Well, it's
and
Funko in general, Heather. I think at this point, Funko Hollywood can only do so much. I think that the nonsense that happens at Funko Hollywood is well known by Funko, but Funko allows it because they get their sales. So they might have this like little underground system that goes on, but they make their money. That's all they care about. They just want to make their money.
Yeah.
And with this, they're selling off all these Funko Pops. They just wanted to make their money, and they didn't care who bought it or how many they bought.
But in turn, what they are doing by doing all of this is turning collectors off. I mean, the overproduction is a huge turnoff to collectors because it is not collectible anymore if anyone can get it.
Absolutely.
Like a f***ing can of green beans.
Exactly, Heather.
I've never met anyone with a green bean can collection.
Nor have I.
In order for them to make that $2.6 billion a year or whatever, they are going to have to overproduce. Or just come out with a lot more than they are now.
Yeah, at this point, just every piece of information that comes out about Funko is bad. The financial call was bad. Everything is bad right now, and I'm hoping that things can improve. And not only are we, right, the Funko community, aware of all the bad things that are going on, finally listening to what the Gastlecast has to say, but now it's a national headline that Funko is destroying the amount of stuff that they're destroying.
Yeah, and that is a ridiculous amount. I mean, $30 million worth of stuff. I don't think, see, we mentioned that companies destroy things, like that's totally normal, but $30 million worth of things, like something has gone wrong in their plan of attack somewhere.
Their warehouse didn't work.
But it's not just that, I don't think.
Well, they got too much stuff that came over. It came over late. We talked about a lot of this stuff.
Yes, but they could just sell it.
Well,
and
it's more valuable to them to free up the space than try to salvage it. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
I think that's
but
where
listen,
they're at.
Here's another issue. What was in the trash that we saw? Funkoverse. What do we not see advertised? Funkoverse.
I know, it's a whole other issue, Heather. I know.
This video is never going to end. If Funko would advertise the things that they're making, then they would get so much more love. But instead, nobody knows what Funkoverse is, therefore it's headed to landfills. But if Funko hyped it up, maybe they would be able to sell more.
We need a mandate in our videos that when we say landfill, we have to yell it. So go ahead.
You can yell it.
Just do it.
No.
Landfill! I like saying it. That's fun.
Good.
It's fun. All right, so bottom line, Funko Hollywood isn't necessarily the problem. It sounds like Funko basically said just sell everything, but we're seeing these weird videos and photos and it's making Funko look desperate. I don't know. Oftentimes I come on here and I say Funko's going to work out, everything's going to be cool, they just need some time. But the more and more that I see all this negative stuff and the more videos we have to make that's full of absolute negativity really has me concerned. And I want to know what your thoughts are about all of this. Let us know all that and more in the comment section down below. Hey, go check out 7bucksapop.com. They got all sorts of cool stuff over there, specifically Pop Shield armors. They're the best way to protect your Grail Funko Pops. They have a magnetic top. They're very thick. They are some strong cases. So check them out at 7bucksapop.com and also check out their Pop Shields. These things can protect your Funko Pops as well. And they're very affordable. So go and check out 7bucksapop.com and buy yourself some Pop Shields and Pop Shield armors today. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Shadow Force, Loot and a Boot, Mason Bradshaw, James Thomas, Nick Mastermico, Nick, John and Christy Alonzo, Ryan Drotar, Chris Lynn, and Matthew R. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. Thank you for staying until the very end of the video. We really appreciate you. Remember, as always, we are together, yes. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.